What was that? Something just touched me. All right, who are you? Where are you?
Are you scared? As for me...
Yeah. Sound. Yeah. Sickos. Oh, man.
I don't need to strike you with my fists. I can hit you with the power of sound. What makes it possible for the ear to hear things? What is sound, really?
Vibrations.
Give the little lady a prize.
Imagine a world where sound can be both private and immersive, free from wearing headphones and without disturbing others, where you can almost feel the sound coming from within. Are you listening?
It's fucked everything up for everybody. Everything is all fucked up. What's that? Y'all got them speakers in here. Who is that?
Introducing sound beaming. You hear the audio, others don't, without headphones. Proprietary DSP and transducer arrays generate ultrasonic waves, beamformed into two focused pockets of energy just outside the ears, where they emit audible sound. A 3D sensing module constantly monitors the position of the ears. Move the head in any direction and the two sound pockets follow, like magic.
Nothing with the phone, all right? Nothing on this phone, right? Watch this. What the fuck is that?
Whether working at home or in a busy office, sound beaming makes video conferencing comfortable and private. Gaming becomes more immersive and three-dimensional, while video and audio content can be enjoyed by anyone at any time without disturbing others. Drivers can get safety alerts and navigation privately. It's even possible to train on fitness equipment without headphones getting in the way. At Noveto, we're transforming audio, and this is just the beginning. Are you listening?
A sound wave I can channel with my chakra, focusing all its energy on any target I desire.
What the hell are you doing to those people out there?
It's an experiment.
Physically, no harm has come to them. They're fine.
You're doing all this on purpose? Are you insane?
We've been called worse back home.
We used to work for an organization called Cerberus.
Until our boss decided he'd rather spend money on truly crazy ideas like bringing back people from the dead.
Project Lazarus. Pure voodoo.
But in Andromeda, we're our own masters, and what you saw out there, it's the birth of something amazing. A biological network.
A host of minds all linked together, connected. We're harnessing the power of consciousness to create a new kind of supercomputer. He and that Lawson woman were recruiting all the wrong people. Friends in low places.
What exactly is this experiment doing to those people out there?
The right energy focused at the right frequency can entrain a person's consciousness. The mind is ultimately just electromagnetic patterns.
You mean mind control?
And now, by linking them together, they're like a living computer.
Gangstalking with electronic harassment.
Watch the specks on the window. They move slowly, and they're not bugs.
They don't need cameras in the walls. Sound is enough. They use all type of sound waves. They can turn your house surface into speakerphones.
The concept behind the work is to bring the instruments to life on the surface of the glass, to draw out their potential sound and to give them a voice that will allow them to speak to a visitor.
We were very excited when this summer Eric de Vischer, who is a visiting professor with the V&A's Research Institute, put us in touch with Caroline Devine, a sound artist, who had the idea of using resonators directly on the glass case in order to directly transmit the sound of the musical instruments through the glass using the case as a loudspeaker.
The research I have led within VARI was based on the presence of sound in the museum and at the V&A in particular. The V&A has a long-standing involvement with sound, having sound in its collection, having organized exhibitions, having organized concerts and many other events. And I've been looking at the history of all these sounding events and making proposals for new ways of engaging with collections and events through the presence of sound in the museum.
The resonators send micro vibrations into the glass, which encourage the glass to act as a giant soundboard or almost as a speaker or a giant instrument. And the source of the sound is actually the glass itself.
Something's being aimed at the window.
Every room become a data source. Their system can track and monitor ambient noise inside the house and compare it to the noise happening behind the walls, like footsteps, conversations, cars driving by, doors closing. And from those readings, they know exactly how much sound reaches you and how much doesn't. When they transmit a signal, they can tell immediately whether it lands or fades, whether you hear it or miss it by a fraction. Headphones are short countermeasures. For each response, just feed them more information. The monitoring software adjusts in real time, measuring what you're listening to, how loud it is, and what frequencies slip through. The output is recalibrating accordingly. If you manage to block them out, you'll notice you'll start feeling the vibrations more throughout the house, like it's an earthquake. You will feel the vibrations of every car that drive by, helicopter propellers, plane turbine. They can enhance the decibel of sound that's traveling and being directed. If you can't hear them, they will find a way. They are always monitoring your brain, especially the auditory cortex, to make sure that you are audible, you are receiving. And the crazy thing about it all, about this, is most of the sound you hear that you might be assuming is happening outside might just be the sound being played in your own head. They can make you feel a phantom touch or what feel like liquid sliding down inside your skin. Make it feel like bugs crawling on you. Make your leg feel like you got a portable heater next to it. They can make it feel like someone put a cigarette out on your skin. They like to do this near your butt area, even in your anus area or your private part. And the most annoying part is the constant itching of the skin, because for one, it's hard to relax and sleep that way. And the heat caused by the weapons can cause a rash. If they can get you to scratch at those areas, it can scar your skin. If you taking care of your health and you glowing, they would try to sabotage your image that way. They can make your eyelids twitch, feel head pressure, make your nose vibrate, muscle spasms. And it doesn't matter if you up on your nutrition or vitamins, they can dry you out, making you have to constantly continue to take them and then have to spend more money, because if you value your health, you know the good shit is expensive, and although it work, they work overtime to deplete you. And how you would know is you will have severe dry skin on your face, hands, and your ears. They can give you dandruff. They can make you smell fumes, like sweet smells, like someone sprayed perfume. I think this is how they get people in trouble when they like being accused of cheating. Sometimes they can make you smell a perfume, a female smell, or even a manly smell. They can induce sleep using these vibrations. You know the same feeling when someone's driving you around and you get real comfortable and relaxed. The smooth vibrations from the car kind of knock you out. They can mimic that. And the body relaxes before the mind realizes what's happening. They will try to use this to cause accidents. For example, if you are cooking and have something on the stove so that, you end up burning the house down. This has happened to me twice, and thank God nothing crazy happened but the pot being burnt. They can create artificial ambience like a constant hum, a low-pitched sound. They can mimic outside ambient noise like crickets. They can delay attacks like, say for example, if you sitting still or laying down not moving much and they're not doing electronic harassment, they very much can, which can be them sometimes storing up energy in a certain spot on your body so that when you move, it creates a spasm. And depending on how long they've been storing that energy, it can travel like chills. I believe they can store up energy in you like an alarm system they've received when it be triggered when you move and it go off and then they notice. I forgot to mention that your place may not be vibrating at all. It can actually be the receptors in your skin that are stimulated and your brain understand it as vibrations. If you buy some construction noise canceling headphones with some foam earplugs, you can hear the frequency. You know, sometimes I throw both of them on and I can hear them trying to see if I can still hear anything. You know, it's very low. Sometimes we hear it so much that you're not sure if it's silence that you hear. You forget how silence sound like because they play it so much. And when you get this combo, you will hear a silence that you don't know if it's really silence or not. Like you still hear something, but then again, you like, maybe I don't. Maybe this is what normal sound like a normal silence. Like very few people know what silence sound like, right? You can be silent. You can be in a place of silence, but for some reason you hear this sound like it's very low pitch. They can beam images, suggestion, symptoms, erode your walls, the paint, weaken the chair you always sit in. I go to church, right, and I notice the attacks increase when I'm at church, and I be like, how is that possible, right? And I learned that they can even attack you using the low frequencies generated from the church pipes. All of the speaker systems they got set up everywhere, the TVs, and you know, it's crazy.
This is the same medium, electromagnetic medium, to transmit the signals from the Voyager 1. We have a Voyager 1, Voyager 2, both outside of solar system. We can still communicate, just longer hours, right? And through the same medium, electromagnetic medium. So we receive signals right now, right? And more importantly, that's the same electromagnetic medium transmit human thoughts. Why people can call that what a telepathy, can sense your feelings, sense your thoughts thousands of miles away.
It's called ephaptic coupling. It's where two neurons.
Exactly. This coupling, talking about is a good term. However, mechanism is through this electromagnetic medium. I call that Yuan mediums. Okay.
So that's a fun story because there's a famous quote by Ben Rich, or a story from Ben Rich. He was a Lockheed Martin Skunk Works director. And he said, we've got stuff in black projects that will never come out, but anything you could imagine that you've ever seen, we can already do. And somebody kind of confronted him about this and said, like, how is all this stuff you're talking about possible? Like, what's the physical mechanism? And he goes, how is ESP possible? The guy thinks about it and goes, that's a weird thing. He goes, all points in space and time are connected. And Ben Rich says, exactly. Right? So to your point, yes, there is this coupling that must be happening.
Connected.
It's connected.
Human thoughts connected.
Yeah, through
human feeling connected. Through what? Same universal magnetic field.
Yeah, localized magnetic fields. The Earth has one, the sun has one, the galaxy has one, and if you look at the fields, the line goes straight up. You'll see the fields go like in this shape around the body, but then you'll see right in the middle, one line will go straight up, and that's going to like the galactic field, which is then going straight up to the universal field, which is going up to the universal 2 field or whatever, and within these greater fields, we're able to communicate.
Well, so here's the thing that's important, too, is that the zero-point energy is electromagnetic in nature. You can even listen to Leonard Susskind, famous astrophysicist, say that we know that even if you take out all the heat and all the light from a region of space, we still have this zero-point energy, the lowest ground state. But there's still something there. This electromagnetism is there, but there's no mass. They say that at least there's no mass, but maybe it's just made up of these neutrinos or relic neutrinos or what have you. But what does this mean?